Beyond the numbers, an interactive look at Colombia's most vulnerable regions. Have you ever wondered what makes a country truly vulnerable? We aim to map the disparities in healthcare, economic stability, and marginalized communities across over 1,000 Colombian municipalities. The audience for our project was mainly policymakers, researchers, and organizations addressing public health and socioeconomic disparities in Colombia. The motivation for our project was to track changes over time and identify emerging risks with a holistic overview. Our tool is better than other explorables as we have the time-lapse feature, multi-factor analysis, and use a dengue overlay and have high interactivity. The goals for our project was to identify the key factors driving vulnerability in Colombia and see the connection between socioeconomic disparities, healthcare access, and public health risks by using a composite vulnerability, time-lapse analysis, dengue case data, and highlighting geographic patterns.
To present our visualization, we have an overlay of the map of Colombia and its municipalities. Since our project focuses on this message of vulnerability, we made sure to immediately explain the process and components of computing the vulnerability index for the users. Because we had to consider multiple variables of different scales, this was definitely the most challenging feature to implement. Users can visualize patterns over to 12 years with this times letter below that. The vulnerability legend allows users to have an easy grasp on how vulnerable municipalities are when looking at the map. Looking at the different map layers, we can easily see the different names of the municipalities, and you can see dengue cases over time. And I want to play the animation to showcase this, zooming in and out here. We scaled and colored red dots and utilized the legend to describe their meaning while not overwhelming the user. Another cool feature is that you can click on a specific municipality and access kind of specific information on that municipality. And a surprising feature that we implemented also was a fun fact on each municipality if you hover over it. So those are just some cool things. And moving on to some final takeaways, one thing we really want the audience to learn and grasp is a holistic view of vulnerability in Colombia. We aim to do this through our visualization through the layer design, color coding and animations, and the hover and click interaction. But thank you.